afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the American Sports Connection. I'm your host, the one and only Joey Railroads. I'm here with my good buddy, Lance Winter. Lance, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good.
Trying to, at least winter finally broke here.
Yeah. We got a special guest on today. We got Nixy Newman from the UK. How you doing, Nixy?
I am. I feel like a special guest. I'm good. I'm just tired and sleep deprived.
You forgot, Lance, co-host of British Wrestling Radio.
Oh, I forgot that. Yeah.
Oh, now I'm insulted.
I'm sorry.
For those that don't know, she's working on her sleep patterns because I feel so bad for everyone in the UK that, like, what time does WrestleMania normally get done over there now?
The schedule for Sunday, it starts, pre-show is 10 till 12 a.m.
Ooh.
And then the main show is 12 a.m. till 5:30 in the morning, and that's presuming there's going to be no overrun.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like an 8-hour show total, I think.
I know. I'll get match fixed in the eyes, so...
I don't know how they do it over there. I couldn't.
Well, because I had someone ask me if I was going to go, and I said no, and they asked me why not. I said, my thing is, I don't think I could sit that long. I'd get, like, antsy, like, and want to move around. And plus, it's in, like, a American football stadium, and those seats are not comfortable.
Big chunks of plastic, aren't they?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. And 8 hours, and you got to go to the bathroom, or, well, me, I'd be getting up and grabbing a beer every...
Yeah, or food, or whatever.
Yeah.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the poor people that are in, like, the front row, or, like, you know, where you're, like, it's hard to get out.
Yeah, I guess you get the bonus of having the nice seats, but then you gotta... If you want to get a hot dog, you gotta walk 10 miles.
Yeah, that's your exercise for
Is it that long?
Well, it's not that long, but those stadiums are huge, yeah, and you're right in the middle, so you'd have to walk all the way to the back, up the stairs, to the concessions, stand in line.
That's probably why if I wanted to go, I'd want one of those, like, box seats that they always show people in.
Yeah, you don't get the greatest views, but you can, you got your own bathrooms in there, and you got
food and all that stuff.
But, then you're looking at probably $20,000.
Yeah, that's not me. I'm poor.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I guess if you got, like, 20 guys to put in $1,000, I don't know.
Maybe.
It's probably more than $20,000, so, yeah.
And then it's going to be in Florida next year, so it's going to be even hotter. Ugh.
Muggy and hot.
Ugh.
Maybe they'll have a rain. Who knows there?
Yeah, it's not going to be... Because I messaged Dean. I told him, this is the temperature of where WrestleMania is going to be at next year. And he's like, ugh.
It doesn't Tampa Bay in a dome, though?
No, they're outside.
Oh, Jesus.
There's a ship, isn't there?
With the giant pirate ship outside.
Oh, they're in Tampa Bay Stadium with the boat. Okay, the ship. Okay.
So they have to have someone get thrown off of it or something next year. Or it'd be funny at least.
Yeah. You know.
All right. I guess you had decided, Lance, we're going to do WrestleMania 18 today.
Sure, why not? We did 17 last time Nixie was on. Might as well do 18. I was thinking maybe do WrestleMania 3, but that's a long time ago. But we're doing 18.
Yeah, I was barely alive.
For WrestleMania 3? Or?
Yeah, I was like 3 or 4 years old.
What year was that?
87.
I didn't exist.
I would have been 16. Oh, Jesus, I don't feel old now.
Yeah, it's like, way to kick me while I'm down.
Well, at least I'm not as old as Dino.
All right, for those that don't know how to get to the pay-per-view, go on the network, click on shows. When you first click on that, you'll have the little screen that'll say for pay-per-views. You obviously click on WWE. You get the little drop-down box on the right-hand side. Look for WrestleMania. When you find it, click on it, and then just look for WrestleMania 18. I think that's easy enough.
You're doing that, Nixy? You got it all ready to go?
I have. I just need to know what we're starting with.
Yeah, I'll let everybody know. I'm just going to let, if everybody listening later on or they join in or get them. Oh, I got a visitor. Hey, Klaus.
Well,
Hey. Yeah, say hi. Want to come up here? Okay. Okay, we're going to go to the bubble. On the bottom there, it says, there's so many of them. Finish of Spike Dudley versus Crash Holly versus Hurricane.
Okay.
Are you set, ready to go, Nixie? I'll tell you when to hit start.
what minute is that?
I'm not sure. It's just the bubble, it says. When you hover over with the little
It
cursor.
should say on the right-hand side.
Yeah, well, I haven't hit start yet, so.
Okay.
It said just get on the bubble and hit her now.
It's 4607.
4607. Should see Spike Dudley there. Ooh. Comes a superhero guy. I wonder who that is. You got it rolling, Nixie?
Yeah, we're good to go.
Yeah, I'm about 10 seconds out.
Well, there's a 10-second fast-forward button there on the. You can hit on the network there. I'm at 46:30. Okay,
Right.
31.
46. Right,
What's-
okay, now I'm on it.
36, 46:39, 40, 41.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm even with you, Lance.
Yeah, as long as we're all basically close enough. And should see the King on there with JR.
Who just signed with AEW.
Yeah, good for
Has he
him.
actually signed?
Mm-hmm.
3 years, I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah, 3-year deal.
I hope they appreciate him better.
And Kurt Angle, isn't he signing up too, I heard?
Well, he's doing their convention, I could tell you that.
Okay, that's what it is. Yeah.
I put this online, and I love Kurt, but it's sad to watch him wrestle now.
Yeah, he just kind of walks around like an old man, doesn't he?
Did you see him, I think it was like 2 weeks ago when he wrestled Samoa Joe? I thought he really hurt himself.
I think he did a little bit. That's why they cut a lot of his matches down.
Like the one where Samoa Joe went to suplex him and he like DDT'd him right on his head.
Oh, yeah. Man, he looks ripped there, doesn't he, man?
Oh, he looks fantastic.
Were you ever a fan of Angle, Nixie?
I don't mind Angle. I'm he's a brilliant in-ring person. So it's just the gimmicks I never go to. It's never the big stuff. I've never been I was never a Rock fan when I was younger. I've never gone to those kinds of people.
Yeah, Stone Cold was my guy. I was never a Rock.
Yeah, I'm same. I didn't mind The Rock, but
he was okay. It's just
he was a little too over the top for me.
That, and he really couldn't wrestle. It was more showmanship than anything.
Well, that's a lot of wrestling. That's half of it, isn't it, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they're booing him. He's talking about figure skating, I think. Kind of not too happy with his last match with Corbin, but I still think that might be changed up.
I hope they do.
I hope so.
Who'd ever thought you'd hear, like, and nothing against John Cena, but you're like, I want John Cena.
Yeah,
like, especially in
Corbin.
Chicago.
I'd take him.
Crazy.
That was the weirdest thing when you hear a Chicago crowd chanting, we want Cena. That's bizarre.
Especially when it's Chicago, yeah. I hadn't thought of that.
Oh, it's coming out now.
He was, Kane was just here recently. He does those horror conventions.
Does
like
it?
for horror movies and stuff.
Well, he probably signs because of his movie, maybe, right?
It makes sense.
Yeah, I've actually never seen that movie.
I've never seen it either.
Nixie, you probably seen
either.
it. No,
I haven't. No, I don't think I have.
No, I figured you being such a Kane fan, but WWE movies have never really been good, so
There's maybe one or two.
I didn't mind the Stone Cold one.
12, was it 12 rounds?
No.
That was a Cena one.
Yeah.
I know the one you're talking about. I just can't think of the name of it.
Unforgiven. Yeah. Condemned.
Yeah.
Condemned. Yeah,
That's
where they're
what
all
it
on
is.
the island and they have to
Something
fight
like
to the
that.
death. Yeah. Here goes the flames.
You won't be seeing that anymore. Vince got cheap.
Yeah, he just got cheap, and he's going to be real more broke that he spent all that money on the football league there.
Yeah, I sent you the thing about that. It was what, like $300 million?
Jesus.
Vince
It's going to go in his face again.
Yeah, Vince just sold like $300 million of his stock to pay for the football league.
Sweet.
Which is crazy to think about.
So is this, has Kane ever taken his mask off yet? I don't think so yet here.
No, that was 03.
No.
03, Nixie? Yeah, you're the, you know the Kane history big time, I know that.
I think it was like 03, somewhere in there.
September or so, 03, I believe.
I was kind of cool when he did take it off, because it was, when someone takes off your mask, it's a big deal.
Definitely.
I missed the mask. I missed the wonder.
The original mask?
I didn't mind the later one in 2002 where it was the half mouth.
No, that was okay.
He probably liked it a lot better.
Yeah.
But,
I was always partial to the original. It just looked cool.
with the one shoulder thing, too, yeah.
Yeah.
He's choking him.
Man.
Where's this Mania from?
I'm trying to remember. 18 was...
2002. It was Toronto, wasn't it? No, that was Apollo.
Yeah, it was Toronto. You're right, Nixie.
I remember now. You're right.
The Sky Dome. I think it's called the Rogers Center now.
Is that what it's called now?
I think so. You know, they always got to name them now, get the big money.
You better believe it.
It's funny, this arena looks small now compared to what they have now.
Yeah. Wow. That's impressive by Angle to slam him like that.
You can never doubt Angle's wrestling ability, that's for sure.
Just a tough dude.
Well, he wrestled with a freaking broken neck.
Yeah. He's got... They can't fuse him anymore, Lance.
That's probably why he walks like that. That poor guy. Imagine what he's going to be like in 30 years. He's going to be worse than Foley.
And Foley's bad.
Yeah.
Although he's better because of DDP.
Yeah, yoga. Yeah. I think Foley never really got seriously injured either, did he? Well, except for his ear, but, you know, I'm pretty sure.
It's not so much that. It's all the stupid things he did.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Did he ever? He was great, though, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah, it all looked brilliant, but...
Oh, he loved doing it.
Definitely.
He said at one point he wanted to do, like, flip where he landed right on the top of his head somehow. And they're like, you don't think you can do that? Oh, I can do it. Let's just not.
Yeah, that would end up really bad.
Yeah, he wanted to do when the back body drop when the guy runs.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, he wanted to land right on the top of his head somehow.
Jesus.
And the stupid thing is, if he would have done it, if they said yeah,
Oh, I have no doubt.
Nutty.
I mean, you're talking about the guy that did all the crazy stuff in Japan that they even were like, no, don't do that.
Yeah, deathmatch stuff. I've never really liked that stuff, but
I've gotten to where I've liked it. If it's just violence for the sake of violence, no.
well, your buddy Matt there, he does it all the time, so you probably got a little more immune to it.
Well, the running joke with him is, I call it a goiter. It's like a giant like thing on his forehead from where he's bled so much. It's like I don't know what you want to call it, but I always tease him. I'm like, let me hit it. Let me see if it'll bleed.
Yeah, we're talking about Joey's friend Matt Tremont. Is that his name, Joey? Yeah, he's one of those deathmatch guys, Nixy, that if he doesn't bleed, they're like, what the hell?
Is it a bit like Ric Flair's forehead? Because that's like paper thin, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm impressed that Kurt could actually do this with Kane.
It makes it look quite easy, too.
Really, considering it's like a roll through to do it 3 times.
It's, I'm sure Kane's helping, but it's not a dead weight, too, so.
He's a 300-pound guy.
Oh, this never works for Angle, does it? Oh, no, he does his moonsault, didn't he? He used to do a moonsault.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
As everybody puts the signs up. Oh, wow, he did hit it. That's one of the few times I've actually seen Kurt go off the top and it work.
Oh, not again, though. What's your timestamp, Joey?
Let's see. 58:47. Excuse me, 56.
Okay. You, Nixie, what are you at?
I was a little bit ahead, I think.
Okay. I'm just making sure, in case anybody watches later, because in case they need to fast forward or catch up.
That's a heck of a clothesline.
No punching each other.
Or remember what they used to call it with the Cena, the yay boo?
Yay boo.
That's what everybody would do. Let's see.
Yeah, I think my favorite Kane was Fake Diesel.
Oh, okay. I tend to agree with you.
He's another guy that's had a million gimmicks till they work, doesn't it? But
yeah.
They got it right. They sure got it right. What else? He was the evil dentist.
Yeah.
Isaac Yankem.
Oh,
Ooh.
God.
Or what was that, AWA or Christmas Creature?
WWE they brought that in, or WWF back then.
Yeah.
The dentist, yeah, he was Jerry Lawler's dentist.
He was Jerry Lawler's.
Yeah.
Back in like 94.
When he had the blonde curly hair?
Yeah, and the bad teeth.
Mullet power.
Ooh.
Nothing wrong with mullet power.
That's pretty impressive to one-arm chokeslam him. Because Angle's not a small guy by any stretch.
I think we've seen the last of Kane.
Probably. Especially now that he's Mayor Kane.
Oh, God, yeah. I love seeing him sitting on bloody school chairs, his legs up to his bloody chin. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Speaking of the mask,
I'm not built for these chairs.
He tried to go for the mask there.
Did you see the photo when he was actually voted mayor and that poor woman had to stand on a chair just to get a photo of his face?
Yeah, that was funny.
No, I didn't see that, but that's funny, yeah. He's about what? He's 6'10" at least.
I think he's slightly taller than Taker.
Taker. You've seen the pictures of him lately.
He
my God,
fantastic.
He looks skinny as hell for him.
Yeah, he looks really good for him.
Think we'll see him on Sunday.
Maybe.
Oh,
I've
not
heard,
in that rumored match you said about, please.
yeah, I've heard another rumor too, but the Elias thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think if anything, they'll save him for the Saudi Arabia.
Which has already got moved back.
Oh, has it?
It's not going to be in May now. It's going to be in June.
Oh, okay.
I don't watch them.
Wow, look at Kane with an
Titus O'Neil could have fallen on his face again.
That can't be easy in that get-up doing that.
At least he's not wearing his old gear. He used to be wearing a whole bunch of stuff, didn't he?
Yeah, remember originally he came out with a cape and everything?
I don't remember that, but I have seen the...
I do.
Yeah, I don't remember
At the very
that
beginning, he used to come out with like this big red and black cape.
Probably trying to make him look like the devil.
Wow, look at Kurt.
Yeah, he's always good with that move. Oh, I missed it. He took his straps down.
Yeah, he pulled the Jerry Lawler move.
Yeah, because when they pull the straps down, something's going down big time.
Yeah. He's just waiting on him now.
Oh.
See if he can get him again. Nope. Nice counter.
He cheated. He cheated.
Oh, that's one way to get him.
Oh, man.
Put the foot on the rope.
It's funny if any non-wrestling fan watched this, they'd like, who's the good guy and who's the bad guy? It'd be like, pretty sure the masked guy'd be the bad guy.
Yeah. Well, this was at that time when it was kind of weird with good guys and bad guys.
That's right. Yeah, we're just going to keep rolling here. What we got here? Ooh, got the champ. This was the old 24/7 roll, wasn't it? With the hardcore.
It's funny because Hurricane works again for WWE.
Were these the wrestlers they had back then?
No clue.
Yeah. Just some girls backstage taking their clothes off.
That wouldn't shock me either at this time frame.
Yeah. He's peeping. Oh.
Oh, God.
I get the joke here.
Oh, man. That's bad.
Oh, those are Godfather's hoes.
That's not in poor taste.
Well, it worked back then, didn't it?
Yeah.
Undertaker and Flair.
I know a lot of people like this version of Undertaker, but I did not.
I do.
This says American Badass?
Yeah.
I didn't mind it.
When he was quote unquote big evil.
I think I always liked the bike. He definitely always had a nice bike.
Yes.
Assuming that was probably his.
They were, I think, the majority of them.
And I bet you he probably didn't have to pay for many of them.
No.
Hey, you want to ride my bike down there? Or I guess a lot of people just let him borrow them. I don't know.
Yeah, I would think, he'd say, hey, can you give me a bike? I'll give you publicity.
Yeah.
I remember this because he beat up Arn Anderson and then beat up David Flair.
Oh, better make the blood go to black and white, turn blood.
No, it wasn't that bad back then.
A spin and edit than they did nowadays or something.
Yeah. I remember this because he beat the tar out of Flair's kid.
Oh, David Flair I'd say probably the worst second-generation wrestler in the history.
And that's saying something, because there were some pretty bad ones.
Yeah. He's always one of my favorite guys, Ric Flair.
Look at him. He hit himself and he made himself bleed.
Got to say, his forehead's like paper thin, isn't it?
Yeah.
Probably sneezes and he bleeds.
I was going to say, or he just goes
looks
woo
so
and he
young
starts
now.
bleeding.
Oh, yeah.
I'm shocked he hadn't popped a blood vessel, like, when he goes crazy and starts wooing.
And then his eye goes blood red or something.
Yeah, like, seriously.
You're right, Nixy. He does look young, doesn't he?
He does. But then I think it's because he looks that bit more, I'm going to say the word shriveled now, but then obviously I know he's had health problems. I don't mean that badly.
Yeah, but
No,
I know
that's-
what you mean, where he looks different.
Yeah, kind of age overnight, some people. But yeah, he's had a rough life, partying her up 24/7 and, health issues.
It's sad because all the money he's made and he's still broke.
Well, what's he got, like 6 ex-wives? That'll
I was
do
about
it.
to say 5, I think.
5, yeah.
That'll
And plus,
do it.
he was known to give a lot of his money away and spend it on stupid stuff. And, whatever. You got the money, spend it. But
Why not, right?
I know Nixie doesn't believe in that, do you, Nixie? You won't buy anything unless it's on sale.
I like a deal.
Well, I do
You do.
too,
I'm
not-
Lance,
I'm
but
not-
I have
I'm
no
not-
choice.
I'm not like an extreme couponer, okay?
Actually, now that I've been doing that too nowadays, it's like, holy shit, I can actually wait, get this cheaper or whatever. That's
Hit up the dollar store.
don't go that bad, but or Poundland is what they got over there. Right,
Well,
Nixie?
no. Well, the thing
They've
is,
got-
Lance, like some really nice things I can get there.
They've
That,
got
like I
two
could, if I
shops
go to
over
the
here.
yeah,
What's that, Nixie?
what's
They've
that?
got two shops over here. One is called Savers, and one is called B&M. And there's a sort of shop. You walk in there and think, I'm just going to get that, and you walk out with about 5 bags. Like
Yeah.
B&M, for example, does all the American sweets like that you get that we don't. But if you go to another shop, they're like double the price of what you get them for in there. So everyone just flocks there and buys them. But it's like there's like I'll give you an example. Particular stick of deodorant is £5 in any other shop. They do it for like 3.
Nice.
So of course you can go there.
I do that too.
that's
There's
up.
like a dollar store near my house, and there's certain things I can get there if I go to the regular store are like double the price.
Yeah, I won't buy food at those dollar stores though.
Oh, I don't buy food. No.
Yeah. Even canned food, because I know it's the reason it's there.
Yeah, no. I just get like paper products or
Oh yeah, yeah.
a soda or something like that.
And
Be crazy
That's
to
what
get anything
I'll
else.
do that Saturday.
Yeah.
get the snack supply for Sunday night.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm not much for chocolates and that, unless it's Jaffa cakes.
Oh yeah, I haven't sent
Oh,
you
you
any
really
of them
like
yet. I
those?
want to.
I never knew what Jaffa cakes were until went over there, and man, they're good. I'm not much for chocolate, but these are good.
I'm not a big chocolate person either. I gotta be in the mood.
Well, it's kind of like that orangey chocolate kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like an orange jelly in the middle with like a
Interesting.
biscuit cake bottom or cookie.
They're their
cake
own
bottom
thing.
to use.
I've seen some here that are kind of knockoff fakes. But
Look at
they
Rick. He
real.
tried to jump in the ring and almost fell right on his face.
So I think I'm a bit ahead of you. I've got Undertaker and Rick behind the announce table at the minute, so I'm a minute bit in front.
Yeah, you're about a couple seconds ahead.
Whoa.
No biggie. As long as we're all close enough.
There they go. Flair with the old school punches he always used to use.
I'm waiting for the toolbox to come out. That moment.
Nixie, no spoilers.
I don't
Sorry.
know what you're talking about, Lance.
Yeah, spoilers on him. I'm kidding, obviously. It's, 20 years old
Yeah.
or more, or whatever it is.
What is that?
You know, it
No,
looks
it's not quite
like...
20 years old yet.
Ooh.
What year
Maybe
was
it's
it?
me, but it looked like Undertaker here dyed his hair.
He did. He cut it short and dyed it black. He used to dye it black years.
Because it
before
looks like
this.
jet black.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a...
Too much
he's
stuff from then.
Yeah, because remember, he was originally red hair, right? So...
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, you think Ric Flair dyes his hair?
No.
Uh,
He had the
No.
same hair for 30 years. Probably
Like I
longer
said-
than that now.
Yeah, he probably buys it in bulk.
Sorry, Rick. Ooh.
He gets his dye at Poundland when it's on sale, or the other store Nixie was talking about. Yeah, give me 10 gallons of that. White.
Yeah, buy it in bulk. Oh, man. Ooh.
You know, it's funny what they say about Flair, how he never really worked out, but he could wrestle for an hour. It's
Yeah,
like,
that's so weird.
he'd go in the gym and he'd do a couple curls and go have a smoke.
That sounds like the Iron Sheik.
Yeah. They also say that he'd show up at from partying he'd show up at the arena, and his match would be like in an hour, and he'd show up and he'd be all haggard and horrible, and they'd be like, oh my God, how's he gonna compete? He'd go in his dressing room, he'd come out, and boom, he'd be spick and span and Ric Flair.
That reminds me of someone I've seen recently, Teddy Hart.
Oh yeah, the Teddy Hart, crazy cat guy. Nixie, he brings his cat to the ring.
Oh, I like him.
I like Teddy. He's a different guy.
Oh yeah, he tried to be in the WWE, where they wanted him, and they were like, he's just too crazy even for us.
And that's saying something.
Well, good for him though. He'd rather play by his own rules.
Hey, he's doing his thing, and he's working with Davey and Pillman, so that's cool. Ooh. Man, that big boot to this day still looks nasty.
Taker bleeding there?
Yeah, on the side of his cheek,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Oh, they better stop the match, put on gloves, and wipe it off.
Can't have the kids seeing it.
Heaven forbids. I'm watching Taker throw these punches, and I always laughed at Ric Flair when he's getting hit. He looks like he's having like a seizure or something.
I wouldn't doubt if he shows up bleeding now.
Probably.
I don't know. Were they allowed
up and
to?
over the famous Ric Flair move?
Were they allowed to bleed back then? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, there he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's bleeding.
This is before all this stuff happened with your buddy Hannibal.
Yeah. Picking up the hepatitis from Abdullah the Butcher.
Yeah, that's awful.
I guess Hannibal won his lawsuit, but can't get any money from a guy that's got no money.
Well, I heard he's basically he's hiding his money.
Hannibal. Butcher, yeah.
Yeah, he's got it in like other people's names and.
Well, he's got that. He had a big giant restaurant down in
Atlanta.
Florida or somewhere. Atlanta, was it? Yeah, and I guess he put it in his brother's name and all that, but whatever.
Man, Flair's really gushing now.
His hair will be red by the end of the match.
Yeah. You know what it reminds me of, Lance? when he wrestled Macho Man.
Flair bleeding. Yeah, it's
No, I just
not very often.
what like Nixie said, where he'll be covered.
Yeah, not very often Flair bleeds, is it? Oh wait, it's every match.
Oh, what a boot!
I think Flair said he I think it was Flair that they used to talk about on his podcast where they carry their blades. Oh no, that's Stone Cold that likes to talk about that. But Flair was saying, I think he said he kept his blade in his mouth.
Yes, I remember him saying that.
So
Triple H always used to keep his in his wrist.
Yeah, and they just pull off a piece of tape and then
you could tell when he was going to bleed because his wrists would be like extra taped up.
Yeah, and then he'd pull off his tape somehow, and
yeah.
I think Taker's wound there probably looks like it was probably from accident because they never bleed there on purpose.
Oh man, what a clothesline!
I think Flair said they take baby aspirin before too, so the blood's dark red.
Yeah.
Yes, I'd be screwed because I'm allergic.
To aspirin?
Yep.
Well, you better not have any heart attacks.
Yeah, I'm screwed. Let's see. Man, those clotheslines are vicious.
Streak on the line. They sure wasted that streak.
I always told you, I'm pretty sure I did, who should have broken the streak. It should have been Bray Wyatt when he wrestled him the year after.
Yeah. Some young guy.
Yep.
Taker always said he wanted the streak broken, but to Brock Lesnar, it's like, what's the point? He doesn't need it.
No. Here's something you don't see very often.
Your favorite wrestler, Brock Lesnar, eh, Nixie?
I can't stand Lesnar. I just want him gone out of the company.
Well, he is. He's gone, he comes back, and he's gone.
Don't like him at all. I'm sorry, I don't like the man. I don't like him.
I'm not a fan of Brock Lesnar either, but I can't blame him for getting the deal he's got.
No.
Good for you.
Get all the money you can.
Yeah, and if all you have to do is wrestle once in a blue moon. Nice.
What I was saying, Lance, I don't remember Taker doing that very often. A superplex?
No. Well, he was the different wrestler here, wasn't he? He wasn't the dead man wrestling, so...
Yeah, no, it was few and far between.
Yeah, I'm with Nixie. I really like the biker Taker.
ADA.
Before he turned into almost like the dude from the movie Tombstone. When he came back with the hat and everything.
Oh, cool.
At least he's not wearing a wig.
Yeah.
Oh, that wig, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, it was bad.
That was a bad wig, too. And they can make nice wigs, you know. But it's pretty hard.
I guess someone didn't have the heart to tell him it was bad.
Or he just showed up and they're like, here, wear this. Oh. Not really up to him, is it?
Yeah. Taker could beat him. He says, nah, I'll go kick his ass some more.
Punch, punch, punch.
Those punches are a way to get the blood going more.
You're saying this isn't the time they really didn't have good or bad guys, but Flair was the good guy here? No.
This was when Flair first came in after WCW was sold.
All right.
When they had, remember when him and Vince were like co-owners or whatever?
They did the draft. That's right.
And he just brought in the NWO to kill it because he couldn't bear Flair.
Yes, that's just happened. You're right.
And that was why Hogan versus The Rock ended up happening in this year.
I guess you didn't really like or hate the NWO, Nixy, because you didn't watch the WCW, did you?
I knew them when they cut. I knew who they were. Bearing in mind, I was like 12 here. I knew who they were, but obviously, I hadn't got much experience with them. Obviously, I knew who Hogan was. It was hard not to know who Hogan was back then, but...
Did you not like WCW, Nixy, because you just didn't have it and know it, or you just didn't like it? Like,
I just don't and didn't like it. I did try watching it, and it just literally went, no.
Yeah.
It was short. I tried watching it, it just went, no, not happening.
Yeah, because they were definitely different.
Ooh.
Different is good, but if you just don't click with it, you just don't.
Exactly.
Absolutely. If it just doesn't work for you, it doesn't work.
I'll be right back, Joey. I gotta let the cat out.
Have fun.
There's a real crazy cat man on the other end here.
Yeah. Let's see here.
He's not, but...
That's a big side slam.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. What's he going to do now? Ooh, man.
I think I'm in a completely different place to you right now.
Yeah.
Hold on, where's my minute? 118 I'm on.
Yeah, you're a little behind me.
What are you on?
121 and a half.
Yeah, I think one of you's ahead, one of you's behind me.
I'm where Ric Flair's attacking Taker with part of his bike.
Yeah, he just hit him with the pipe there for me.
He just hit him now.
Yeah. Well, close enough.
Yeah, now I've got the pipe moment.
With crazy Ric Flair.
Oh.
He didn't. And Klaus decided he didn't want to go outside. Damn kitty.
They're just
See,
mad as having a kid.
This probably isn't one of the greatest hardcore no holds barred matches on record, but
the story they told was good.
The story they told is this, but in terms of Sunday with Batista and Triple H, they are not going to be able to do half of what they're doing here.
No.
And that's the disappointing thing, because as much as that's not one of the matches I'm interested in at all on Sunday. They could do, the two of them could do so much more, and I think they're not averse to getting a fine by doing something they shouldn't. I don't think they care, but
I gotta be honest.
The two of them could do so much more.
Yeah, I think out of the whole card, I'm interested in maybe 3 matches.
I don't know most of the matches. There's so blinking many.
Because my boy asked me this earlier, and I said, all I care about is the 2 world title matches and the main event.
I'm still waiting for my Becky Lynch t-shirt.
I think
it should be here today, I think.
I think the main event should be really good. That's about the only one I really care about. I guess I'm hoping, obviously, Rollins beats Lesnar.
That's why I want to see if it actually happens.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
Flair kicking a field goal.
Going for the figure 4.
Yeah. As you would say, time to take him to school.
I think Taker bleeding from the top of his head there where he was supposed to bleed.
It just looks weird.
Normally.
It's just like this little, trickle.
Well, Flair, he probably...
Well, that's true.
Slices himself. He wants to bleed.
Yeah. I still say the worst one I ever saw was the Eddie Guerrero one.
Oh, was that with JBL?
Yes. When he hit him with the chair.
I don't know. It ain't no mass transit incident. That don't count.
No, the one that's worse Do you remember Joey Mercury's nose?
Yeah, that was bad.
Ooh, that was dangerous too, wasn't it? He's lucky he didn't lose his eye.
Oh. Because I went back and saw that because I wasn't watching in that particular year, and I come back and on a playlist I went, oh, and then Bob Holly's back that time as well.
Yeah, you remember that one, Lance, on ECW TV?
Which one?
When Bob Holly got suplexed into the table and it sliced his back.
No, I don't.
Yeah, that was yucky.
Taker attacking the referee.
Wasn't that Little Nate?
Oh, I think so, yeah.
Charles Robinson.
Oh, dear old Charlie. Oh.
No disqualification, though.
That's why he's got a pipe.
I wonder if that's a real pipe or if it's a rubber one like Sting's bat used to be.
Yeah. Oh, look at Arn doing the old school.
Best spine buster ever, probably.
Hell yeah. Oh, almost.
What about Arn Anderson, Nixy? He's probably not a guy that you would like, I'm thinking.
I don't mind Arn Anderson.
Yeah, okay.
Probably not his generation, but...
Well, he's always looked old, though. I mean, he could be 30 years old here.
He looked the exact same 20 years ago.
Yeah. He looks the same now. Looks the same, yeah, back in the 70s.
Yeah. This was when they actually let him in the ring, even though he shouldn't be in it.
Oh, of course he's got to bleed, too.
Yeah. The old Dragon Sleeper.
Yeah, I like that, too, because Taker did some submission holds, too, during this era.
Yeah. Ooh.
Chair to the head, chair to the back, chair to the side.
That's another thing you won't see on Sunday, Nixie.
I don't know. I think Triple H and Batista will push the boat, but they won't push it like this.
I know what you mean, though. They'll do some stuff you won't expect.
Well, at Triple H, I'm sure he's got a little leeway, doesn't he?
I know. They get fines, don't they, if they do headshots?
Well, how can you find one of the bosses, though, right?
Yeah. Wow, that looked really awful. Taker trying to get him up.
I don't know what they were going for there.
Oh. No, it's not the most clean, is it? It's not the nicest.
Yeah, he said, screw it.
Yeah, I think he was going for the last ride.
I do, too. You just saw Flair's head bounce. As Taker gets to 1, 2, 3.
They still doing the Botchamanias? I haven't seen any of them.
I don't know. I'm in a couple of them.
Oh, yeah?
Where you see me in the crowd. Because there's one specifically I'm in where Joey Janela tries to put a table to... Ooh.
Yeah.
Tries to put a guy on a table, and the table just collapses.
All right, we're going to jump ahead there, everyone.
Yeah.
So we're going to go to the last bubble. We're going to do one more match. We were going to do last two, but I don't know. See how it goes. How are you doing, Nixie?
What are we doing next?
We're going to go, it says the finish of... Hold on. Yeah, finish of Mighty Molly versus Christian.
Okay.
What number, what time are we on?
It doesn't tell me times. It just... If I hit start... Here, let me go, and then I'll hit pause. Okay, 2:24:56.
There you go.
Are you ready, Nixie?
Yeah. I'm up to 2:24:43. That's as far as I can get. 5:46. 38. I've got Molly running around the dressing room now.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, she just hit the door.
Ooh, man.
Yeah.
And then Christian pops down. I'm at 25 225.07.08.
Yeah, you're good.
How are you going, Nixie? You good too? Chris, you just won?
I'm about 2 or 3 seconds behind, but I'm still there.
That's
so
no biggie. Yeah, we can handle that. It's pretty hard to get totally perfect.
Yeah.
There he is, brother.
I got to tell you, too, I'm not very excited for the Hall of Fame this year.
I know Nixon doesn't watch it, but...
I don't watch it because I can't handle being talked at for that amount of time.
I hear you.
Yeah,
I'd go back and I watch the short version, but I can't watch the long one. I just sit and go, no.
This year's one is just very, meh.
Yeah, I like the Hall of Fame because, of course, I'm old and I like to hear all the war stories. But, yeah, this year's who is actually the number one? It's
probably going to be DX.
I would assume so. Brutus.
Have they announced who's inducting who?
Well, we know Hogan's inducting Beefcake.
That's the only one they've announced.
Oh, okay.
And,
brother.
Don't get me wrong. I think Beefcake should be in there because they're actually running out of people. Harlem Heat? No, absolutely not.
I'll say this: they're running out of people that is in Vince's good graces.
Yeah, it is. It is the new Vince McMahon kiss my ass club, isn't it?
Well, I know they just put out, and let me see if I can find it. They have there's usually a big group of people they induct, the legacy inductees.
Yeah. Okay.
I know a lot of people aren't going to be. I agree.
Luna's been around forever. There's a thing of her back with Jerry Lawler. Luna used to be in that Southern Wrestling. She played like a bubbly girl that worked like a secretary type.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And Jerry Lawler just slaps her across. I think it's Jerry Lawler.
Yeah, I've seen it. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And man, she took it like wow. And yeah, she's been around forever. And what has Tori Wilson done besides look pretty?
Well, I know you're not
right, but I wouldn't.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're not gonna get an argument from Nixie on that one.
No, Luna should be in. I've been saying it for years.
I mean, there's so many names out there you could say that should be in.
Well, of course, we got the British Bulldog and Demolition, and that. Even Chris Benoit.
Oh no, can't say that name.
This isn't BWR. We can say his name. But I know I was a joke. Obviously, he doesn't deserve to be in. No matter what.
You talk about Davey. I'll tell Nixie this story. He goes by Davey now. I met Harry Smith. It was probably the last couple of months because I was doing ring crew for a show here locally, and I went over to introduce myself and like hey, I'm so and so to shake his hand. He about crushed my hand. Like, I'm not even kidding you. I shook my hand for about 5 minutes to get feeling back in it.
He got that from his dad because I met Davey Boy Sr. Probably about a week before he died, actually, it was. And I was at the bar, and I seen him over there because he was in Kelowna. And I look over, and that looks like Davey Boy Smith. And I'm like, it is Davey Boy Smith. And I'm like, I'm going to go talk to him. And my buddies are like, whatever. And I was just about to get up and go talk to him, and the waitress brought him all his food.
Oh, right? No.
So I'm like, I ain't going to go talk to him. I'm going to leave him alone, right?
Yeah.
I'll wait. And all my buddies are like, well, we want to go. And I go, fuck, go then. I'm going to go, whatever. I had a couple, waited, and then he was done, and I went over, and I just said, yeah, thank you for everything. And he grabbed my hand, and he shook it. Oh, my God, the same thing. It was like, Jesus Christ. Maybe I shouldn't have done that.
I'll never forget it because he had the little dog with him and everything. Harry did, and I was just like, my God.
Yeah, I liked Hollywood Hogan.
I did too.
Only time I liked him. Well, you were a Hogan fan from no matter what.
Yeah, I was a Hogan mark because he was, when I was a little kid, he was the man. So it'd be like John Cena for kids back then.
Yeah, that era, I was like, I hate this guy. I want everybody to beat him, and of course, that never happened. It's like, oh, this guy's got to beat him. No. Well, he's got to beat him. No. I'm like, well, nobody's going to beat him.
So that's why you love the Warrior so much.
Well, I like the Warrior, too, because he had the hair, obviously. But
I can't believe how much tan Hogan's in.
This really screwed him up. They thought Hogan was going to get booed out of the building. And The Rock was going to get... Yeah, and it went the other way, and they had to totally change the match.
Hogan almost looks as tan as my referee friend. I'm sure you've noticed him, Nixy, the super tan referee on he reffed the Triple H Ronda match at WrestleMania last year. I call it he had like the orange spray tan.
Yeah, at least Hogan was actually a real tan.
Yeah, that dude needs to tone it down.
Yeah, Hogan either in the toning booth or out in the sun, but that guy you can tell because he's got the Donald Trump eyes, right?
Definitely. I always joke about that.
Rock there with hair and no tattoos.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to send you this message, Lance, earlier. I was going to tease you. I went on the shop. Most of Dean Ambrose's stuff is on clearance. But it's not. It's a work.
You think they jack it up?
Yeah.
Jack the price up. Last time ever.
Yeah, man.
I really don't think he's going.
I do.
Yeah.
I want to think he won't, but I think he is.
It's just so obvious that he's going. That's wrestling, but
maybe it's just we're so jaded we can't believe it.
Sure could be. Does he even have a match?
A lot of it down on Euroshop.
Same price there. Yeah.
Some of it is reduced, but some is not.
Yeah, there's some.
Is Ambrose even wrestling on Mania?
Nope.
No.
Oh, well, there you go. Okay.
Unless they throw him in the Rumble. Or, excuse me, the Battle Royal.
Oh, the Battle Royal thingy.
Those are all on the pre-show, aren't they? Both of them now?
Yes. And the Cruiserweight match. I'm sure they'll probably add one more.
Buddy Murphy, Tony Nese. Andre the Giant Battle Royal, Women's Battle Royal. That's it so far.
We're probably going to assume that Braun Strowman going to win that, you would think. But
yeah, that shit's stupid.
He's sure fallen, hasn't he?
Phew. But to your point, Lance, you're right. The fans totally, if you want to call it that, screwed things up here.
Well, plus Hogan's been gone for so long.
And
from the WWE.
It was his first legitimate match back.
Yeah, and it's also in Canada, which they call Bizarro World, where they, they boo the bad guys or boo the good guys and cheer the bad guys.
I mean, yeah. Remember when everyone hated the Hearts? They loved them.
Yeah. Yeah, look at it. They're roaring. Rock's like...
See, Lance, you can say that because you're Canadian, so...
Say what?
But then
she said you count. You're Canadian.
Oh, okay.
But you're in the nice part.
Yeah, most of Canada's nice. unless you're up north. It's all just ice.
Oh, screw that.
I was going to say, just don't go to the French-Canadian part. You don't want to go there.
They say Montreal and Quebec are two kind of... Montreal's like the snobby Frenchman, where Quebec's like the party Frenchman.
I've heard
Quebec
that.
City. Yeah. Because I've noticed with French people, they're either total snobs or
Super
nicest
duper
people
nice.
in the world. Yeah. French Canadians. I don't know about real French people.
I remember this. I watched this over my buddy Jason's house.
Oh, I watched it too.
Oh, yeah, you didn't tell that story.
I paid $225 for this pay-per-view.
How?
It wasn't on purpose.
He bought it for the entire bar, Nixy.
Well, no, what happened was I was living above a bar in this little town, and it was on, and I went down to the bar, and I said, hey, if I pay for the pay-per-view, which I thought was $40, will you put it on? And she's like, okay. I paid for it. And meanwhile, it was just me and a couple other people and her in there watching it. And the next morning, I get a bang on my door from my landlady, bar owner, this old lady. Oh my God, it's $220. Because I guess when you buy it in a bar, it's more.
Oh, God.
I'm like, all right, here's the money. But it was $220. I know, here's the money. But
Relax.
It was $220. I'm like, lady, here's the fucking money. What are you talking about? I just can't believe it was that much. And I go, well, me neither.
Hey, how do you think I feel? I'm the one paying for it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have paid for the damn thing if I knew it was that much. But, yeah, live and learn. I don't even think I watched most of the last match. I left.
Oh, wow.
Didn't get my money's worth. But this was basically the main event, wasn't it?
Yeah, nothing could follow it. And look how Hogan tried to go over and it wasn't happening. I will say this, when he was Hollywood Hogan, I really liked the boots.
You like the white and blue? Yeah.
They just look cool.
I never liked them.
Compared to the ugly red and yellow, I'll take them.
McDonald's colours.
Yeah.
I just don't think they match the rest of his outfit, but...
You know what I don't like? It's really silly. I don't like the fact that he's got black overgrowth on his face and then a big old white Lenin-style moustache. It doesn't match.
Yeah, it's
really
weird
to me.
Well, that made him Hollywood.
It almost made it feel like back in the day that he painted it on.
It just doesn't look right. It's just too much going on, and I can't understand it. What? One or the other. You can't have both.
No, I agree with you.
That was his thing as Hollywood Hogan, right? He had to change it up somehow. You know, if you're a bad guy, you have a beard.
Yeah.
Although everybody has a beard now, don't they?
That's the supposed in thing.
Because, of course, he's going to have...
Hogan raking the eyes.
Yeah, Hogan with the bleached hair and the bleached mustache. But I do get it. It's like he had to physically change that up to have his beard a different color. It's like,
yeah.
Bleach does burn. Trust me, I've had it on my head.
Ooh.
Oh, me too. I had bleached blonde hair.
It burned.
I got that by accident too.
I remember that story. I dyed mine once when I was 17, and my hair is so dark. I had to dye. I tried to dye it like several times, and it came out orange. So I had to get like the shampoo that lightens your hair color.
Yeah, I just let mine roots out.
Your hair must have been like chewing gum.
Yeah. Holy crap, Hogan with a wrestling move.
My worst part when I had my bleach blonde hair is I'm sitting in the bar and I look way over across the room and I'm like, oh my god, that person's got the horrible blonde hair.
And it was you.
It was a fucking mirror.
That's great.
My girlfriend at the time said it's temporary.
Like everything in life.
Well, it was temporary. It was in for 3 fucking years, so I guess that is temporary because I had to grow out, right?
Whew. Here's something, Lance, you won't be seeing on TV today. You good old abdominal stretch.
Yeah, that was a go-to back in the day when Hogan scratching his back, damn cheater. It's funny though, Joey, when we do Hogan matches, he's always, good or bad, he's got the exact same moveset, doesn't he?
Yeah. I'll give him credit. As he got older, he kind of adapted a little more and did a little more wrestling.
Did he?
I actually saw him do a back suplex, so I was like, well, I never saw Hogan do that, so I'll give him credit.
Well, you go back to some of his first matches in Japan, and he was doing lots of wrestling moves back then.
He was really good in Japan. They never let him do anything like that over here.
Suplexes, side suplexes, Of course, he always did the atomic drop. I think that was one of his main go-to ones.
Because his finisher in Japan was a clothesline.
Yeah, I think what he said is the worst thing he ever did was change it to the leg drop.
Yeah.
Falling on your ass 200 times a year.
I don't think that's the worst thing Hogan ever did somehow.
It's how he destroyed his hip.
I was going to choke him.
Yeah, instead of pinning him, I'm just going to choke him.
Yeah, just put this tape on his throat. That'll work. That's what looks like a kind of a choke.
We'll go with that.
Yeah.
When you got somebody like Rocky in there with you, he'll make it look good. Remember, I'm sorry, I was going to say originally it wasn't supposed to be The Rock.
Stone Cold.
No, who was it meant to be?
Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was right.
But I don't know what was I don't know. I can't
Austin didn't want to do it, and he was, this was right before he quit.
Yeah, this is when he was being one of his baby eras, wasn't it?
Yep.
And I think Stone Cold himself said that he didn't see that it would work as well as it would with Rock, and he was right.
No, that I agree with.
Yeah, because he didn't. Scott Hall and him were on this. Obviously, wrestled earlier.
And Scott Hall wrestled.
Yeah, which.
Because this was the one where Scott Hall said he fell off the wagon after this, and then not too long after that, he got fired.
Well, I think that's a story of his life, isn't it?
Pulling out all the monitors, it makes you feel old.
Oh, yeah, because I remember what the build-up. Didn't he kidnap Scott Hall, Steve Austin, and lock him somewhere? And I remember laughing at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was pouring beer on him in the freezer. And I remember Scott Hall was saying he was taking that Antabuse drug at the time.
Which, if you're not familiar with that, it's something that if you get one little sip of alcohol, it'll make you violently ill.
Yeah, and he was getting beer poured on him, and they didn't know he was taking the pills because he didn't tell them. Like, they could have used fake beer or whatever, but yeah, he got sick off that because just being on your skin and getting absorbed, I guess.
Yeah. Ooh, man, there goes the ref.
Good old ref bump.
Oh,
no, I remember that. Scott Hall got really messed up after this. Well, like you said, it's a story of his life, but credit to him, he's finally got it figured out.
For now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not,
Yeah.
hope the best for him. It just, his problem was with drugs more than booze, I think. But once a lot of people, once they quit doing drugs, but as soon as they start drinking, they want to do the drugs. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, you can't win.
Yeah. Oh, sharpshooter.
Worst sharpshooter ever.
Yeah, it was brutal.
Because you remember Bret Hart was commented about it.
Almost as bad as Mrs. Figure 4.
Oh. But then again, Bret doesn't like anything, so.
No, ice cream sucks. Puppies suck. Kittens.
Is Bret actually going to show up for Hall of Fame?
Bret, I don't know.
Because it's like when it come out that they were doing the Heart Foundation, but they're only doing like half of it. I think I said to you, Lance, is like, Bret's quite a man of principle. Is he actually going to come if there's only half of them going in?
I don't think they would have done it if they didn't know he was going in.
Yeah, I know what you mean, where if they didn't think he was coming, they wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. It wouldn't shock me if he didn't do it. Ooh, low blow.
But like Dino has always said, that'd be a good way to put it. Get Pillman in, get Davey Boy in, get, Owen, not really, but in.
That's as good as it's going to get, unfortunately.
Yeah.
For Owen, yeah. Unless they're saving the Bulldog for next year.
We can only hope.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Because, like you said, Lance, they're running out of people.
Yeah, have Harry induct him.
Ooh.
Got him with the belt, wrapped it up. Man, that referee's really out cold.
And if people don't know that, that's a weightlifting belt. Those things hurt.
That's a solid chunk of leather there.
It is.
Well, to keep your guts in when you're so you don't get a hernia. Yeah, so you don't get a hernia, I think they're for.
Yeah. Basically.
Oh, Rock's got the belt. I sure like Rock's movies, though.
Go figure, right?
Tooth Fairy.
What's wrong with the Tooth Fairy? Well, you don't like it?
Stuff.
You really don't like the Tooth Fairy?
No. Terrible.
I've never seen it. I could just imagine, so.
Like Walking Tall.
Oh, that wasn't very good. Oh.
That you can say that about a lot of his movies.
Yeah, I guess they're hit and miss, aren't they?
But
I guess that's
your favorite. Your favorite time, Lance.
I hate the Hulk
up.
Like, why wouldn't he just leave the ring? Just leave the ring. Get out of there. Run away. It's like you've seen this a million times. No, this time I'm the one.
I still don't believe in it either way.
Well, you don't think somebody just
remember
kept getting
people
beat in
went
the head?
Crazy when he did this.
The hulking up thing? Or
yeah.
That was...
Everybody thought he was going to win here, and then he kicks out, and everyone's like, no.
Kick out at 2.
As much as I'm not a Hogan fan, I can only imagine what the atmosphere in the room must have been like in that moment. Must have been brilliant.
Yeah, you can just see it's electric in there, isn't it?
Yeah.
The nostalgia.
It sucks that we don't get that as much anymore. I don't know if I'm jaded and everything sucks, or if everything really just does suck.
Bret Hart syndrome.
Yeah, there you go. You got me on that one. We're gonna have to patent that one. Oh no, Bret'll.
No, I think it's because back then fans appreciated what they saw more.
Yeah.
Even though you might not have seen them, but you knew who they were and you knew what they'd done. But kids these days, you bring out someone older and they go, this. And they don't know.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Now the rock bottom. Oh, hip hop. Here comes one of the worst moves in the history of wrestling.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
no,
almost
I
there.
hate this so much. Oh, I
It
think I
reminds me
prefer
of
Scotty
like the
2 Hotty's The
worm.
Worm.
The worm, yeah.
Thinking of the same thing.
You know, I don't like it as it's a bad
Boom.
move to begin with, but they
Christ,
use
it's
it
over.
as a finisher.
Yeah, there he goes. 1, 2, 3.
And
Rocky
breathe.
wins. Well, now they got the big guy from Heavy Machinery doing it.
Oh,
The worm.
I know, I love that. I couldn't believe it. I was like, yes, that was fantastic.
I don't like those guys,
They were better in
but
NXT.
that is. I do think that's pretty impressive for a guy that big to
Yeah.
be able to
Because he's
do
a
that.
big dude.
Yeah, not only is he big, like he's short and stocky, and yeah, he's like a bowling ball.
Basically. But all right, before we get out of here for tonight, if there's anything you want us to watch in the future, leave it in the comments below here. Once we finish up here. Easy enough.
Yeah, we're getting short tonight because we're gonna do NXT Takeover tomorrow. And what time is it over there right now, Nixie?
12:30, 25 to 1.
Oh, it ain't that
Yeah,
bad.
Yeah, that
It's
works
still
out.
late. Yeah, still late. But just
All right.
wanna
So on that note,
Take-
we're gonna.
just hold on, Joey. Hold on,
Good.
Joey. I want to thanks Nixie for coming on. It's
Thanks for having me on.
yeah, it's Wheelie Bin. Wheelie Bin fun.
You've got to really getting into British shows, aren't you?
I'm stuck on those. Yeah,
I
Wheelie Bin.
don't even have those wheelie bins.
Oh, a wheelie bin, Joey, is those dumpsters with the wheels on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they call them wheelie bins over there. And I don't know why, but that just cracks me up. Wheelie bin.
Well, I always think of Dean and Nixie when I travel like the highway. Sometimes I'll see the Mega Boost.
They got them over in
The Mega
the
Boost.
USA.
Yeah.
They got them in the States.
Yeah.
Ah, keep them away from
Get
me.
on Mega Boost.
Oh, here's the big handshake.
Because every time I see it, I'll laugh because I think of Nixie and Dean.
Oh, I took the Mega Boost.
You
I had to
never
take-
get it, yeah.
I had to take that damn thing for 6 freaking hours.
Ooh.
Oh my God! Let's just say that thing wasn't as hot as that train we were on, Nixie. But man, this Mega Boost. It's like I didn't realize you're allowed to drink on the damn thing. I would have some beer at least.
Oh, but
Beer or lots of beer.
on that note, we're going to get out of here for tonight. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, give it a thumbs up, all that stuff. And we'll see you back next time. Have a good one, everybody.